Hey everybody, I'm back, and I think I'm actually getting sick, which makes me sad. I am eating this like flatbread pizza thing. Is it bad that it's not coming off of the board? But I know it's because the cheese is melted on there. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Um, so I know I did not make a video for homecoming. I'm sorry, everybody who watches my videos, if you do watch my videos. But I have pictures of me at homecoming. I don't know how good they turned out, or if you can even see them. There's that one, and there's that one. I'm sure I'm wearing my shoes and everything. I don't know why I did that. Oh, yeah, now can you see it? There's a picture of me. There you go. That one I blinked. Look really funny in that one. And then that one. Okay, so that was the homecoming thing. I got home at, what was it? 11:30. Um, it was insanely crazy. Remember that kid runner I was talking about? Yeah. We danced because I felt bad for him because his date is a WHORE. If you don't know what that is, then that's good. I'm mostly drinking lots of apple juice. Because apple juice is delicious. I'm always drinking a Spider-Man cup when I make videos. I think it's funny. Just like Spider-Man cup, always. Smell apple juice. And so I was dancing with him because I felt bad, and then we ended up kissing. I was like, wow, that was not good that we did that. Not sure what else has happened. Okay, so I'm gonna eat my pizza in front of you guys because I'm hungry. Let's see, recently, I had a research paper that was due yesterday. Yeah, yesterday on the 26th. So the 25th, I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning writing my research paper. Not 2 hours of sleep. And I think I was, people told me I was really nice yesterday. So that means that I'm nicer when I'm tired. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, what? Dude, I was like about to die yesterday. Went to a water polo game yesterday. And it's weird because Runner plays water polo. And I went and watched this game. But not because I was there for him, but because I was there for my friends who also play on his water polo team. And it was really funny because my friend Johnny is there because he plays water polo. And what did he do? He was like, oh, because they're all sitting down in their speedos, right? And I'm sitting in the stands, and I look over at Johnny, and he's like, oh my god, Brooke is here. He's like, guys, and he's like hitting all of them. He's like, Brooke is here. And I'm like, oh my god, Johnny. It was really funny. And um, and they kept telling Runner, they're like, oh my gosh, dude, Brooke is looking at you. She's waving at you. Oh my gosh. So he was like sitting there. He's like, what? And, because I wasn't looking at him because I wasn't paying attention. I watched him play. I don't know a lot about water polo, but I know like when you play water polo, you're supposed to throw the ball into the goal. I think that's what they're called. Like nobody's corrected me on that yet, so I think that's what they're called. But he threw it, and it went like 2 feet in front of him and went. Bloop. It was floating on the water. Then the other team got it, and I was like, awesome. Sorry, that was really gross. Okay, my sneeze is really embarrassing, so don't make fun of it. Because I don't know, like, I've had people tell me it's really cute because it's, like, really loud. It's like, um, and I've also had people tell me, like, they're like, is that really your sneeze? And I'm like, yeah. And so I don't know. Um, okay, so the football player that I like, as I can call him, like I always do, because I can't drive. It's not old enough to drive. Whatever. Um, so I was walking. I got to like the other side of the street. That's why I shouldn't cross the road to get to the other side. Oh, and as I was on the other side of the street, and I like just happened to glance at the person sitting in the car, and he's driving the car, like who drives. And he looks over at me. He's like, oh, I don't know, like he's like, hey, I love you. No, I didn't say I love you. Don't worry. Monday is Halloween, as everybody knows. One of my favorite holidays of the year. Yes. Um, and so, with that, our school lets us dress up for Halloween, so I'm gonna dress up like a pirate. Arg. And my English class, we're all telling scary stories. Arg. I don't know, something like that. Oh my gosh. So I'm with my group of friends writing a story. Our scary story. This is how stupid their idea for the scary story was, and I'm just like, I'm gonna make my own scary story. Don't even worry about it. Their idea for a scary story was these two guys are driving in a car on a lonely road, and then they see a girl hitchhiker. I'm like, okay, that's really stupid. And they drove past her and ignored her. And then all of a sudden, another car starts following them and tells them to run. I don't know how the other car told them to run, but it did. So they get to their house, and they get out of the car, and they run to the house, and they call 911. And then they see the girl hitchhiker in the back of their car with a knife. Oh, that's the end of it. I'm like, honestly? That's your story? It sounds like a 5-year-old wrote it. How's that scary at all? Oh, because me and my friend were totally talking about this. We're like, how is that scary? They're in the house now. They're like totally out of danger. And they're like, yeah, but they drove the whole way with that girl in the car. Yeah, but she didn't kill them. Yeah, she's sitting back there with a knife. I just somebody had to die. Just in my opinion, somebody had to die. And my scary story that I came up with in like 2 minutes, and everybody just like, it's such a weird story, and it's like, okay, whatever, it's a funny story. So this guy gets on a cruise ship that's heading to Portugal, and the cruise ship is haunted. Dun dun dun. This is a really stupid story, but it's not as stupid as the other one because it's mine. Um, and so like he's on a cruise ship, and like all the passengers, like these passengers start going missing and everything. And every day, special day is soup. Soup. And so he always eats soup and everything. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, basically everybody was gone. Except for the person driving the ship and this guy. Everybody else is gone. Like all the chefs and everybody just disappeared. And so he walks into the kitchen to make himself something. I don't know what this guy's thinking. So I was in the kitchen, and he sees a bowl of soup sitting there, and then he sees a can of Chunkies, like chunky noodle soup or whatever. It's not noodle soup, but Chunkies. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's a soup brand. I think I have some in my cupboard right there. I don't know. And so he's like, "Oh, this is cool." So he eats the soup, and then he leaves a note saying you should make more soup because it was good. And then he goes back up to his room, or takes the elevator, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then so he gets into his room, and there's a bowl of soup sitting there, and so he eats the soup. And like everywhere he goes, basically there's a bowl of soup. And then they finally get to Portugal, and so he takes the soup, his magical soup, with him into Portugal, and they take it into a small little village. And this village has a bed and breakfast, like just one bed and breakfast, where this guy is staying. And so he gives this one person soup, and this person gets mad human disease. Not a real thing. I made it up for my scary story. He gets mad human disease, and he goes crazy, and he kills everybody, even the guy who brought him the soup. He just kills everybody. And so every time tourists go to that bed and breakfast, there's always a bowl of soup in their room. And nobody can get into their room except for them. Yeah. That's a pretty intense story. And it makes you not want to eat soup. And if you couldn't figure out that story, it's called human soup. I mean, Chunkies, they killed everybody on the boat, put them in the soup. I hope you guys figured that out. I mean, I figured it out. It's tomato soup, and then you put people into it, so it's chunky tomato soup. But like everybody's like, Brooke, you are such a sick-minded person. And I was like, it's a story. I mean, like nobody else is coming up with ideas here. And I found out some kid hung himself in my school, like at the school, in a tunnel that I used to walk through all the time. I was freaking out because like there's this tunnel, and then so like these two gates on the inside of it. And then, like, I just never wondered why those gates were there or anything until I found out why they were there. It's because some kid that went to our school, went to my school, hung himself in that area. So they have it gated off so nobody can ever do that again. It was it was extremely scary, and I was like, I used to walk through that tunnel all the time. So it scares me. Like I still walk through that tunnel sometimes. I don't know why I do that. I should stop walking through that tunnel. Mm-hmm. Oh, football game tomorrow. Big party. Whoop whoop. Yeah, so Redlands football game tomorrow. Big deal. It'll be fun. It's fun. I've had so many water polo kids come up to me and ask me to buy a calendar. Like, Brooke, buy one, buy one, buy one, buy one. I was like, I'm not gonna buy a calendar for you. Stop. Stop. But I don't know. I might buy a calendar. I don't think I have any money, so I don't know. But this is where I end my thing. I'm gonna be a pirate for Halloween, so nobody copy me. Nobody be a pirate. Ever. Okay. Yeah, use Sam's thing. I'm like, okay. So subscribe, comment. Nice comments, not mean comments. I don't like mean comments. Don't be rude. The comment, like, tell your friends, add it to your favorites. Make a whole, I don't know, subscribe. Post comments, friend it, shoot me some emails, man. I like emails. Shoot me